Hey everybody, welcome to the very first 2 a.m. streams. Having a lot of fun. Gonna give a few updates. You know, since it's the first 2 a.m. stream, let me excuse me. So let me give you a little premise behind the 2 a.m. streams. I'm gonna be doing streams at 2 a.m. of course, and I'm gonna try to keep doing them because I always seem to be doing nothing at 2 a.m. So I don't have anything really pressing or important to do. So this is a chat just for you to get to know me better. And, if you have any questions, go ahead, let them rip, and I will answer whatever. You can kind of take this as an ask me anything. And I'll give you a little update on my books and my various projects in various stages of development. So I'm working on my book. I've got 2 books that I should have done by the 23rd. The first book is called The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. It's a tutorial book. And then the other book is called Every Day is Magic, which is also a magic book. And but it's a novel, and it basically integrates experiences I've had in magic with a fictional character in a fictional setting. And basically the book is about a magician who travels cross country doing magic for famous people, and he ends up in Toronto meeting the love of his life, and then he helps her with making the movie that she's currently working on. And the love interest in this book is basically based on Amy Jo Johnson, who is my longtime crush. I've had a crush on her ever since, like 1996, 1997. She has always been a big deal for me. And then the other book, The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic, I perform a lot of magic tricks, and a lot of magic tricks are tricks that only I do. And, we'll be seeing some of that. So welcome to the 2 a.m. streams, to the first episode. If you have any questions, let them rip. I'm here for you. So ask me anything. You can kind of take these as an ask me anything. Tintin in Tibet. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Glad you're here. I'm just sharing just your Tintin. You are watching the inaugural episode of the 2 a.m. streams. I'm going to try to keep doing these for as long as possible, as long as it's a pleasurable experience. So Tintin, if you have any questions, let them rip. I saw you had a few questions for fears, but yeah, let me know anything you want to know. I am honored to be here too. Yeah. Just talking about my books. Now, one person who heard the premise for my book asked me, does the guy bang the actress in the end? Like, does he get to know her in the biblical sense? Yeah. And I'll tell you this, and this is kind of a non-answer, but I'll give you the answer. Getting to know somebody in the biblical sense is it's an ironic turn of phrase, because typically if you are adhering to Bible principles, you don't have sex until you get married. So, he does get to know her in the biblical sense, but I'm not going to tell you whether it's other people's sense or my sense. So I'm just going to leave that hang there. So there you go. But yeah, it's a happy ending, because I think for my first novel, I think people deserve a happy ending, so they'll come back to work. Did they go to church together? No. The lead character does not go to church. See, the thing is, is that many churchgoers look down on magic. Now, my character doesn't do like spell casting or curses or like, divination or anything like that. He does stage magic, which is just like card tricks. But there are some Christians who are so orthodox that they won't even allow, stage magic to be performed, unfortunately. But I just think that's ludicrous. And a lot of members from my church have said, Randy, we're okay with you doing magic. Just don't call it magic, call it card tricks. But there's a little hang up with that because language is very important. And when you tell somebody you're going to do a trick on them, they're like, "Ooh, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do anything. I don't like to be tricked. I don't like tricks." So I mean, what I do isn't every day is magic. Yeah, every day is magic is the name of the book. So, and but yeah, and were you saying every day is magic? Every day is magic. Every day you wake up on the right side of the ground is magic. Definitely, I would say so. And every time you bring a smile to somebody's face, that's magic. Every time you help somebody out, that's magic. Every time you forgive someone, Yakovo Petrovic Goldyakin Sr. says, Brindledon. yeah. Brindledon. Yep. I've got one coming very, very soon, Yakvo. Very soon. And I've actually got the concept for the next video in my mind. I just need to scroll through some of the online footage out there. I need some. Oh, and by the way, Yakvo, I didn't forget about you. I really want to see the footage of Canada that you got coming my way. And you can send me the video on my Twitter. On Twitter, my name is Paul Pasadena, so you can find me on that. So yeah, send that footage to me. I'd love to see what you got. And by the way, if you can, tell me what kind of camera you're rocking. Do you got a GoPro? Do you got a Canon, a Nikon? Let me know in the chat. And also let me know if it's 1080i or 720p. I'd like to know that too. But yeah, Every Day is Magic is coming out, and my other book is The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic, and that one is going to be a really small short book. It should be only 26, 27 pages long, because the shortest book that you can have on Amazon is 26 pages. And the shortest book that they'll print is 26 pages. But basically, the book is broken up into two sections. Lord, Gentleman Randall, how art thou, mercenary? So yeah, the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic is broke up in two sections. The first section is presentation, and then the second section is stage magic. And the second segment are 13 tricks that only I do. There's one that you can be found somewhere else, but I take that trick and I manipulate it to for it to be something you've never seen before. But yeah, the 12 tricks that I reveal in that book are all done by me. You won't find them anywhere else. I created them myself. But the first section of the book is very important, which is presentation. Hey, Bimbo. Hey, what's up? Hey, Randy. Hey, how's it going? So yeah, the first part is presentation, and the reason the first section is presentation is because presentation is very, very crucial and important to magic, because even if you learn the simplest magic trick, like probably one of the most simple card tricks you can learn is the crosscut force. If you know how to do the crosscut force, you will be able to do amazing stuff that, you know, and the crosscut for force is the first trick that you will learn in the book. But yeah, the crosscut force, I turn it into the table number force, and I show you how to use things in your environment and surrounding you to enhance the effect of the crosscut force. And I also teach you how to, do it so you can end up with your number or a table number, or you can manipulate the crosscut force so that you can do a book test. I'll be showing you how to do the book test using the crosscut force. So yeah, there's tons of stuff. And so there's tons of cool stuff. And like I said, I've got a bet with Fears. I'm going to pay my mom $50. I'm going to pay Fears $50 if I do not get it done by the 23rd. But I am going to, really crack down on myself and get it done before then. Basically, what I need to get the books done. Every Day's Magic is totally done. Tiny Book of Awesome Magic, all I have to do is write down the steps for the magic tricks, and that'll be done. But publishing a book is actually incredibly easy if you're self-publishing on Amazon. All you got to do is, write the book, output it to PDF, then get the cover done. You have to get the cover done first because, then you get the Mobi file done, and the Mobi file has to have the cover in it. So you send the PDF off with the cover, and then somebody on Fiverr will take it, and they can do the Mobi file in about 2 or 3 days. They send it back to you. Then you go to Amazon, log into Kindle Direct Publishing, and you just fill out 4 or 5 pages of information. Then you set your price, and I don't remember what the exact pricing of the details are, but you can publish the book and give Amazon 75% royalties, or you could Kindle publish a book and only get 25% royalties. So, and then you are able to set the price. For Every Day is Magic, it's a mid-sized book, so I think I'm going to set it at about $4.99 or $5.99. And the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic is going to be about either $1 or $2.99. Because the Tiny Book of Awesome Magic, again, it's small, but the major thing that you need to learn when doing magic is presentation. 80% of magic is presentation, and then 20% of it is mechanics. That's why I start out with presentation and do the mechanics later, Again, there was this one magician on America's Got Talent. I don't remember who he was, but I'll tell you. Now, this is a very simple trick. I'll tell you what he did, and then I'll tell you how he did it. Okay. So he went up to one of the judges, I believe it was Howard Stern, and he let, Howard Stern pick a card, and we'll just say it was the 2 of clubs. And then Howard put it back in the deck without the guy looking, and then he waved his hand, and boom, the deck was gone. And then the guy reaches into his pants, unzips his pants, reaches into his fly, and pulls out a deck of cards. He opens up the card box. He shuffles through it. He shows everybody the cards. The 2 of clubs is missing. Closes up the deck, and he says, "You know what? I do this not for myself, but I do it for America." He turns around. He drops trow. He has a American flag shorts on. He pulls down his shorts a little, shows his crack, and in his crack is a card. And that card, he takes it, he turns around, he opens it up, and the card is the 2 of clubs that Howard Stern has picked. Now, here's the thing. This is a very simple and easy trick. For the first part of the trick, you just have a forced deck of the 2 of clubs. And what a forced deck is it's all the same card. So he just went over to Howard Stern, did the forced deck. Howard picked the 2 of clubs, put the card back in the deck, closed it up, And what a lot of people don't know is magicians have this thing. It's either called a gecko or a raven. You can find those on vanishingink.com. And it has a little magnet in it, and the box has a magnet in it. So you put it, and it's like an elastic band that attaches to the inside of your arm with a safety pin. So all you got to do is let go of the box, and the box retracts back into your cuff. Okay. And then he already had the deck of cards with the two of clubs taken out already before. It's not the same deck of cards that went in his hand. So he just reached in and pulled out the extra deck, shuffled through it. Obviously, two of clubs not there. And then before everything was even said and done, before he even walked out onto the stage, he had that extra two of clubs in his crack, you know? So it's actually a very simple and very easy trick, but he had excellent presentation. He had like one-liners and jokes all set up. He had it very easy and very simple. It's a simple trick, but the way he presented it, it was a showstopper. And he went on to later rounds in American Idol. And he was on many shows, and I'll probably do a simple tutorial on that. I actually have a raven. It's and again, raven is, you have like a piece of fishing line around your finger right here and a little magnet right there, and like you have an elastic band that goes up through the arm of your jacket, and once you put your finger down like this, the raven snaps back into the cuff of your arm, and you can vanish things like it's a magnet. So like you could have a penny right here, and you could wave your arm over, and you don't see the magnet right here, but you wave your arm over the dime. The dime disappears magically, and then when you go like that, like the magnet snaps it back, and and that's how that trick is done. It's a very simple, very easy trick if you know how to do it. But again, the presentation is what sells it. The presentation is what sends that trick, the way he did it, off the charts, And one of the things that I've learned about magic is that the thing about magic is sometimes you'll learn like a really what seems to be difficult, impossible trick, and the more impossible it is, the more disappointing it is when you find out how simple the trick is. Like I do a card trick. It's a riffle force, and a force is a way to make a person pick a certain card without them knowing, without the spectator knowing. So that's what a force is. And I can make people pick 2, 6, 7. And then I brought a book with me Monday, and I asked these people to, okay, so you pick the 2, you pick the 6, and then you pick the 7. There's no 267th page in this book. So go to page 26 and go to the 7th word and tell me what it is. And, beforehand, and I asked the people, are you the father? Are you the mother? Are you the father? And you're the daughter, right? Okay. I just want to make sure I got everything right. And what I like to do is I like to slip little hints at what's going to happen in there. So when something does happen, people are like, their mind is blown. And the word that I made the father pick was actually the word father, And then when they get to it and he says it out loud, they're like, oh, he knew it all along. Oh, yeah, that's incredible. That's awesome. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. But yeah, presentation is by far and away, without a doubt, the most important thing you can learn on magic. In fact, there could be a whole book on just presentation with no magic tricks in it. Like I'm sure I could write like little 60 or 80 page tome on just presentation. But like I said, I want to get these books out quick, and I have tons. Even if you don't like the book the first time, you just got to overcome your procrastination, and you've got to put out something because it's never going to be perfect. You could, work something over for years and it still not be perfect. So you just got to put it out. So if anybody has any questions on the book or anything, let me know. Mercenary Man, Yakvo, Bimbo. If y'all got anything, let me know. Tintin in Tibet. Anybody else who is here? So yeah, if you want more 2 a.m. streams, let me know. I'm gonna go until 45 minutes. It's 20 minutes right now. Tintin in Tibet. How do you publish a book? It's actually very simple. Tintin in Tibet. I went over the process about 5 minutes ago, but I'll go over the basic process. I'll go over the basic process right now. I publish books on Amazon Kindle. It doesn't cost you anything to publish on Amazon Kindle. But to publish on Amazon Kindle, you need to get a Mobi file. And the way you get a Mobi file is, number one, you have to output your book to PDF. And I personally use Fiverr.com for a majority of my stuff. And before you can get a Mobi file done, you have to do a PDF, and then you have to get a cover done. And the publisher will tell you, they'll tell you what sizes are available. And then after you output the PDF with the cover file, you get it sent to the Fiverr people, and they'll do the Mobi file for you. Then you just log on to Amazon Kindle Direct. Again, it's free to get on there. It's free to make a book. And then there's about 4 or 5 pages of details, like you need an ISBN number, which costs nothing if you let them do it for you. And basically there's about like 3 or 5 pages of logistics. So you just send it to them. You send them the Mobi file. Then you're going to be quizzed on pricing. Tintin in Tibet says, I wrote a book, but could never figure out how to publish it. Tintin in Tibet, I would suggest for you, what I suggest to fears all the time is there are tons of short, informative 20-minute videos that people have done. They range from like 20 to 30 minutes. If you just go onto YouTube and type in how to publish a book on Amazon Kindle, any of those would probably do you good, because they could explain it in a lot more detail and a lot more concisely, and they would have screenshots, and they would tell you how to get an ISBN number and set the prices and everything. But in actuality, publishing a book is very, very simple. Now, Fears wants to go the route of getting a real publisher, and that's an admirable goal. But Tintin, I'm going to tell you the benefits and the drawbacks of doing Amazon Kindle, and the benefits and the drawbacks of getting an actual publisher. Now, with Amazon Kindle, you have complete control over the book. Like, however you want the plot to be is however you want it. Like, if you don't want to change your book and don't want anybody else to change your book, Amazon Kindle is the way to go, But again, you're not going to get hardback on Amazon Kindle. And Kindle primarily is an e-reader, but you can get your books published to paperback. And when you get your book published to paperback, the first 100 copies for the author are going to be at a discounted price. So what costs like $7.99 for you guys is going to cost like $1.99 to $2.99 for me. And then I can order however many books I want at the discounted price. And then when I go out in my average day, I can, sell those discounted books for an inflated price and make a little bit of profit. Yeah. But yeah, so Tintin and Tibet, here is the drawbacks of going to a publisher. Okay. Number one, if you go to a publisher, you're not going to have control of your book. You're going to send it into an editor. And the thing is that a lot of books get rejected. Even J.K. Rowling got rejected by a lot of authors. And J.K. Rowling is basically the creme de la creme of authors that we have today. So even she got rejected multiple times. That's one thing. Is number one, just securing a publisher is a trial. Like some of Stephen King's books, and Stephen King is like the greatest author of the 19th century. He got rejected 30 times. He said he hammered a nail into his wall and put the rejection slips on the nail. And then he said, you know what? After a while, I had to get a bigger nail. So, number one, with a real publisher, you're going to get rejected a lot. The second thing about publishers is they're not going to let a lot of publishers. Hey, Randy, it's good to see you again. What up, Exhumed Visions? Exhumed Visions, remind me in about 10 minutes that I got some news for you. I'm going to tell you the news in a little bit, but I want to go over this book publishing thing. So the second thing about getting a book publisher is that they're not going to give you 100% control over your book. Whatever publisher you send it to, they're going to edit it, and they're going to ask you to do drafts, and they're going to ask you to do multiple drafts. Now you do essentially have the final say. But if an editor asks you to make a major change or even a slight change and you don't do it, they're going to be, well, if you don't want to make the change, that's fine, but we're not going to publish it, So that's the thing. And then another thing is a lot of publishers, they have a certain word count, My book, Every Day is Magic, is 50,000 words. To do a really tried and true novel, you have to do around 80 to 100,000 words, which is a real chore, and there are writers who can do that in 3 months, like Stephen King and J.K. Rowling. But Stephen King writes 6 pages a day without fail. Writing just 1 page a day is very difficult, so it's a trial. And then also, they are not. Third thing is a publisher isn't going to let you set the price of the book. It took you 5 years to write your novel. Tintin in Tibet. If you want a good book to help you write a novel quick, try I think it's How to Write a Novel in 30 Days. I think. There's this contest called NaNoWriMo, and it stands for National Novel Writing Month. And I believe that month it's either October or November. And I'll look into it for you, Tintin, and I'll get you the exact name of the book. But I had this book, and I gave it away, but I don't have it anymore. Not to fears. I don't remember who took it. I think it was my friend Jack. But yeah, there's this book, and it teaches you how to write 50,000 words a day. Or not 50,000 words a day. It teaches you how to write 50,000 words in a month. And that comes out to about 1,500 words a day. And at the end of the month, you have a 50,000 word project. But yeah, Tintin in Tibet, writing a novel really isn't that hard. It's really, publishing a novel isn't that hard. Writing it is hard. Publishing it is not that big a deal. So, Exhumed Visions, let me know if you're still here. I got some news for you. I'll just tell you, but I would really wish that I knew you were listening. If you were here, so just put yeah or just put a 1 if you're still there. Certainly. All right. So Exhumed Visions, basically, I went on Fiverr and I hired an anime artist to draw an image. It's basically what it is. It's a magician holding up an ace of diamonds. And I was wondering, if I sent you the file, could you get a t-shirt printed up of it? I'll send you the file. But this shirt I want specially made because, and if you could do that, what I'd like you to do is put, you will pick the ace of hearts on the shirt. Wouldn't that cost money? Publishing, it'll cost a little money. Actually, getting the book printed on Amazon.com doesn't cost any money, but it's pretty cheap. You can get the cover. A shirt. I mean, oh yeah, a shirt. I don't know. You'd have to. We'll ask Exhumed Visions on that one. Exhumed Visions. I have what I have is a magician holding up an ace of diamonds. And I'd like you to put, you will pick the ace of clubs underneath it. So basically, the premise of this shirt is that I open it up, and people who aren't looking very hard are just going to see the aces. But let's say they pick the ace of diamonds, and they go, no. Look at what it says on the shirt. And then they look harder, and they go, you will pick the ace of clubs. Oh, wow, that is cool. Nice. So people who aren't paying attention will think automatically ace of diamonds, and then on the shirt below it, it says ace of clubs. So let me know how much that would cost, if anything, and I'd gladly send you the file. Like I said, I got it made up, and if you don't want to do it, I'll go to like Teespring or one of those print-on-demand sites. But yeah, I would love it if you could do it, because it would help you out. I would try and make a head heat press shirt. Sure. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll send that image to you. And so Exhumed Visions, go on, or if you're on Twitter, let me know. Type a 1 if you're on Twitter, 2 if you're not on Twitter. And yeah, I'll send you the file on Twitter, and we'll try and make it happen. I don't think the print-on-demand sites would print on the inside of the shirts. When is the next What Am I Now? That is a good question, Horrible Harry. 1, yes, you could. Good. When is the next What Am I Now? I'm going to jump on that, Horrible Harry. I'm going to do that either tonight or in the morning. I need to find some army footage, because army footage is a big part of the thing. So how are you, Horrible Harry? I haven't seen you in a while. And I'm enjoying the series so far. Keep it up. Oh, you're enjoying the series, so keep it up. Yeah. I am going to do it. I'm clean shaven right now, and my room is in pretty good condition. So yeah, I'm going to try to do it sometime tonight. I'm going to keep this stream going until the 15-minute mark, 50. So we've got about 16 more minutes. So yeah, I'm going to do it tonight, Horrible Harry. I'll do it tonight, and I'll have it up sometime by tomorrow. Yeah. Because, when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't, Horrible Harry doing well, finishing school, going back to work, made me move, got a little project I'm working on. How are you? I'm pretty good. And, Horrible Harry, I saw your comment on, Quentin's stream. And the thing about it is that picture that was on there was definitely not my best work. I actually recently did a picture, and I don't know if Fierce told you any of this. I actually did a picture specifically for Exhume Visions, two of them, a Fierce Vlogs logo and a Fierce Man character. I did see the thing about the drawings that I don't remember the comment. Don't worry about. I think it was something like a 5-year-old could have drawn better. But anyways, maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. But when I do drawings for fairs, I have to do like 50 or 60 different drawings. So I can't put all of my creative effort into the drawing. So the drawing that was on there was definitely not my best work. And if I had known it was going to be on a mug, I would have put 100% more effort into it. And I actually recently just did a picture for Fears that is going to have the new Fears Vlogs logo on it. And it's going to have Fears Man. And he's got this like really cool Superman prose. I put highlights on it. Could have been me. Haven't been around for a while. Keep explaining, Delamy, or up. Okay. Anyways, the drawing that I just did for Fears, I put 100% of my effort into it. He said that the drawing that I did for him was his second favorite drawing that I've ever done. He likes the picture of Fears Man when he's in his mom's room trying on different outfits. He said he really liked that one. But yeah, I have Fears Man going like this and, doing some flying in the air, and it's got highlights, it's got shadows, it's got detail, it's got different bearing lines on it. It's got shading. So that I would love to see on a mug. So hopefully I can do that. And what are you doing in school, Horrible Harry? You going for biology or med school or psychology, or what are you doing? Let me know in the chat. Have you seen the dude? He got pretty jacked, got his life back into shape. Oh, that's good for the dude. Yeah, nice. I need to get some tips from the dude. Business management. All right. Yeah. That's cool. What particular business were you thinking about going into? Sales or like store management, or you gonna do them all? You should have him on stream again. I will. Now recently I've been making a lot of money on Fiverr doing scripts for people. So, in fact, I've been writing a lot of sitcoms for people. They're making a lot of money off that. The recent sitcom that I just wrote, it's actually a lot like this sitcom called Superstore. It's about this guy who's doing business management and marketing for this company. Got a few internship possibly lined up before I graduate. No plans, maybe something with computers. Yeah, well, you're obviously good with computers because you got a YouTube account and, making videos and stuff. But yeah, the last sitcom that I wrote was loosely based on the series called Superstore that was on CBS. And it's basically about this marketing guy. He just gets out of school and he has a lot of ideas. How much do you get paid? You can give you a wide range if you don't feel comfortable sharing the exact amount. For 22 to 24 page minute scripts, I get $45. Fiverr takes out 20%. So in the end, I only get $36. But yeah, it's a nice little side gig, and then like I get lots of money from that, and then I also get money from doing going around places and doing magic. And I'm making quite a name for myself around town. Lots of people want to work with me. Uh, I got a new card. Lots of people love the card. I designed it myself on Vistaprint. But yeah, not a bad side business. Yeah, and magic is my passion. I love it. And like I said, I got the novels in development. So yeah, uh, I'll make about let's see. So I made $211. So I'll make around $30 in tips each month doing magic. And you know what's really fun is when you get a nice crisp $20 bill. I freaking love that. It's happened to me a lot, you know, and it's always fun when you get those. And actually, what was funny, I'll tell you some fun karaoke stories. Last time I went out to karaoke. So last time I went out to karaoke, there was this gorgeous woman. She had to be like 26, 27. Her name was Parker, and I think she was named after Parker Posey. But Parker was so impressed with one of my tricks that she said, "Oh, that's so cool. Why don't you come over here, do magic for the entire table?" And there were 6 people at the entire table. And I think I remember all their names. It was Destiny, Izzy, Jordan, Abby, Skylar, and Parker. So I go over there, and Jordan was the only guy there. Jordan was a guy, and he's playing with me, and he's kind of ribbing me. And he holds out a French fry, and he's like, "Hey, Randy, can you make this French fry disappear?" I'm like, "Well, as a matter of fact, yes." So I take the French fry out of my hand. I hold it like this, and I go, "Are you all watching? Y'all, all right? Everybody, look at the fry. Watch it. Watch." And then I just pop the fry into my mouth and I eat it, and everybody was laughing their asses off. It was so funny. Dating anyone or talking to any special ladies? No, not dating anyone. Not looking for anybody at the moment. I'm not lonely. I'm pretty content. Um, like as long as I get to do magic for anybody, that's that's pretty much all that I need. And especially if I make some money or if I make some or if I get some free food or some free drinks, that's nice too. I'm really not looking for anybody at the moment. Um if I really wanted somebody, I'm sure I would create an OkCupid account or a Match.com account. Not looking for anybody at the moment. Maybe 2 3 years down the line. That's good, man. No one said you need to be in a relationship to be happy. That is 100% correct. I am going to try to focus on myself as much as possible right now. And when I start making like around 5 to 600 and get my own place, I am going to look for somebody then. But nobody wants a guy who lives with his mom, I don't think. But and I'm gonna take care of mom as long as she's alive. So, and if she finds a boyfriend that can take care of her, then I'm gonna, be out of there like a rocket and get my own place. But things sound like they're going well, so keep it up. Yeah, things are going well. Yeah, everything's going really well. But Parker was so beautiful, man. If I could get with her, that'd be amazing. She was so cute. She's like short, she's skinny, she's she's got like nice little haircut. But yeah, not looking for anybody at the moment. And like I said, when I start dating, I'll get on OkCupid or Match.com or you know, try to go for maybe Plenty of Fish, something like that. But basically, I want to focus on my career right now as a magician. I want to get more paid gigs. My girlfriend doesn't mind that I live at home. Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, I am going to focus on my career right now and focus on number one, my authorship. Try to get as much books out there as possible. Because I've read The Art of War on Writing, which is a good book by James Scott Bell. And The Art of War on Writing states that usually it takes around 4 or 5 books for an author, for a first-time author, to do that breakout bestseller. So, I'm only on my 4th book. So, maybe that 4th or 5th book will be the one that shoots out and rockets me to success, maybe. So the first stream when it's just the therapist is shooting you a good time. Here's gonna be yeah. Well, everybody can be frustrating sometimes. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna focus on my books. Focus on my books right now. And like I really want more paid gigs. I think everybody could use a therapist. Yeah, I think I could use a therapist. I'm not ready to do the homework. I actually had a therapist on Fiverr, and she told me to list a bunch of my hangups for next talk. And then she said I should write a letter to my mom's ex-husband that only I see, but a letter to him explaining how he hurt me and, the things he said was not okay. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I still have a root beer over here. Hold on. I forgot about this root beer. I'll do a can crush in a little bit. Having a therapist doesn't make you crazy, lol. Backwards thinking, but whatever. Yeah. Well, and the thing is that there are a lot of different schools of therapy. All therapists are not created equal. It's not like policemen where they have a set like laws and set standards and set practices. Like therapy is really like a grab bag, there's different schools of therapies. Some therapists focus on goals, some therapists focus on talking therapy, some focus on cognitive behavioral. There are NLP therapists and life coaches. So a lot of those a lot of therapists are not created equal, so it's interesting whenever you get one what their little attack method is. Any future video ideas like skits or something? I plan to do a lot more skits. I like and there's going to be more 2 a.m. streams because one thing, again, I'm always up at 2 a.m. I am an insomniac. So, but definitely I'm going to pound out I'll pound out a brain video today. And today being Wednesday. And I'm actually going to my writers group today. And what's funny about my writers group is I also at the little center that I go to, they have like kids gym, and they asked me to do two shows there. And the first show that I did was for young autistic kids. And I told them, you know what? As long as you feed me, you're going to have pizza there and soda. As long as I get some pizza and some soda, I'm fine doing magic. You don't have to pay me. And then midway through the show, I was doing some magic for some disabled kids. The lead coordinator, she comes over to me, sticks something in my pocket. I didn't know what it was. I was going to save it for later, maybe it was a note or something. And then after I wrapped up everything, I went in the car, took it out, and it was a nice, crisp $20 bill. And then the second time I did magic at the center, um, they basically led me into a room, and there were basically like 30 kids on the floor, and they just said, "Well, here you go. Here, go ahead and do magic." And I'm like, "What?" Like, "Here, we you got some kids, do some magic for them." I'm like, "Holy crap. This is way, 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 way out of my comfort zone." If I had known that they were going to stick me in a room with 30 kids and just say, "Go at it," I would have prepared differently. I would have gotten nervous. But uh, you can lead a horse to water if some people want the help to fix themselves. Damn it, Randy, with these late streams, I'm going to bed. Doing magic for kids seems to be the most profitable. Get booked for a couple hours at a set rate rather than holding out for tips. We got to get another stream going sometime. Yeah, definitely, the dude. We will do it. Yo, the dude. Glad to see you're doing well. Yeah. So yeah, but that they surprised me with that, and that was way out of my comfort zone. But in my mind, I said to myself, Randy, you know about 60 tricks, you got routines, you got jokes. Just go ahead and do it. Just do your jokes, do your routines, and when you run out of jokes and stuff, just when you run out of the magic tricks, just say, I'm done. I was thinking about doing a workout stream tomorrow when I go to the gym. That's cool, the dude. Yeah, we're gonna do another stream. Maybe sometime around 2-3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Uh, Also, kids means potential single moms. Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of like a gymnastics gym type thing with, like trampolines and stuff like that. But yeah, um, the kids were great. But the thing that I'm going to institute next time I do magic for kids, I've been running for about an hour every few days to shed COVID pounds. Well, that's cool. So next time they have me do magic for a bunch of kids, I'm going to write down numbers 1 through 30 on slips of paper, because during the break of the magic show, I've also been wanting to film a department tour, bookshelf tour video sometime soon, maybe this week. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, next time I do magic for kids, I'm going to write out numbers 1 through 30 on little slips of paper. Because one thing that I notice is, like, during the break, like 3 kids would come up to me and they'd be like, can I be first the next trick?" And I was like, yeah, sure. And she's like, "Can I be second?" "Yeah, you can be second." "Can I be third?" "Yeah, you can be third." So those 3 kids would go away, and then, like, uh, from far away, some more kids would come over and they'd be like, "Hey, can I be first for the next trick?" And I'm like, I just told another kid that he would be first. And like, "Can I be second?" I was like, "No." There's another kid around here. So I don't know his name or her name, but I promise, So next time I'm going to hand out numbers, and this will do 2 things. Number 1, it'll let the kids know which turn is theirs. And number 2, if I write down the numbers 1 through 30 and I take like 2 to 3 minutes for every trick, then I'll be able to keep track of like my time and how I'm doing mentally, because again, like a typical trick takes around 3 to 5 minutes. So if I do 33 to 5 minute tricks, I'll kill 2 hours like that. So yeah. All right, Randy, have a good rest of the stream. See you, Harry. See everyone else. Yep. Oh, yeah. And the dude, I really want to see what your want to see what your books are. Cooking with the Dude Part 2. Later, man. Take care. Yep. So yeah. So basically, I'm gonna do some more bringing tonight. I'll have it up by the morning if my computer doesn't explode. And got 2 books coming at you. Gonna have them done by August 23rd. So it's gonna be Every Day is Magic. It's a novel about a magician who goes around doing magic for famous people. And then the second book is going to be called The Tiny Book of Awesome Magic. First section is on presentation. The second section is 13 magic tricks that I've created that only I do. One of them has been done before, but I'll teach you interesting, creative ways to make it sizzle and pop. More Brain Saga coming very, very, very soon. I'm going to commit to that right now. My room is pretty clean right now. So, well, I mean, it's not clean, but I could have it clean in 15 minutes. So I'm going to do some of the Brain Saga, and I definitely will do another episode with the dude. Probably not today, but I have a guy who is going to work on the AC in the bathroom. Just trying to make your own name big on its own. Are you trying to be an apprentice for a famous magician, or are you just trying to make your own name big fame? About an extra $300 or $400 a month, because basically I'm pretty content right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say my happiness is about an 8.5. And if I could get like another $400 or $500 rolling in, I'll be in hog heaven. I'll be happy as can be. I'm not looking for superstardom or superstar status. Like I said, I would just like to be able to like maybe pay for my own car and maybe get a place of my own if my mom gets somebody who can take care of her. And yeah, so I'm just looking for an extra $400 or $500 a month. And like I said, I make a lot of money with these scripts. And it's a fun little exercise and keeps my creative juices flowing. So yeah. And eventually what I would really like to do is I'd like to go out and do magic for Penn and Teller, or even just being on TV on America's Got Talent or X Factor. That would also be good. Not looking to be the next Penn and Teller. I would like to work with them. And a job in Vegas would be ideal, because I used to live in Vegas, and Vegas is amazing. Those sound like very achievable goals. Yes, they are. I would like to be like Penn and Teller in the fact that they sell an online course on masterclass.com. I would like to, like, goal wise, I'd like to have my own website where I sell my own online courses that you can download at home and do them, at your house. And then I'd like to do, here's what I have planned for my magic career in the next 1 to 3 years, is I'd like to start doing gigs around town, any sort of party, could be any type of party. But if it's less than 30 minutes away, I'll charge about $30. And then if it's more than 40 minutes away, I'd like to charge about $50 to $60 for an hour-long magic show. And my Jehovah's Witness public speaking class was yesterday, on a Tuesday, which is rare because usually it's always on a Thursday. So now that my Thursday is open, I can go to my friend Todd Bogue. And Todd Bogue is a very famous magician in Florida. He won Florida's Best Magician in 2018. He has taught me a lot. He's helped me out. So I'm going to go see Todd Bogue day after tomorrow, or well, technically tomorrow. I'm gonna go see Todd Bogue tomorrow and go to his show, and he's a cool guy, and and he's been really nice. I did an interview with him, and I transcribed the interview. It's on. So I'm gonna go to his show and see what's up. And his show is so funny. He is he's a cool guy. And I actually went to the magic shop yesterday, and I saw his like little poster on the shop door. And the guys who work at the magic shop are Harry and Pete, and they are really cool and they're really nice. And today I bought a spider deck and a double-sided deck. And Peter kind of ripped me and he said, "Hey Randy, and with the double-sided deck, which do you prefer, red or blue?" And I was like, "Blue." And he's like, "Are you sure?" I mean, like, yeah, it's blue. And he goes, "It's a double-faced deck, Randy." And then the light bulb went off, and I was like, "Oh, that's what it is. I got it. Yeah, that's funny." Because on a double-faced deck, there is no back of the card. It's face cards on both sides of the card. So he got me there. I thought that was pretty funny. And because I think when I ordered it and when I told him, I said, "Get me a blue back double face deck," and it's like, "Okay," he goes off. But yeah, that was pretty funny. So it's been an hour-long stream. We are at the hour and minute mark. So that's basically all I got for tonight. If you have any questions, send them to me fast because I'm about to wrap up. I'm going to do a 30-second wrap up and then I'm going to go. But yeah. So my goals aren't totally lofty, but they're not too small. I think they're like mid-sized, medium-sized goals. So there you go. And those are my goals. Those are the updates. And basically, for the rest of the night, I'm going to have an energy drink. I'm going to clean my room. I'm going to look for, have a good night. I'm going to bed. Look forward to the next video. Thank you, Horrible Harry. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's stayed with me. My name is Randy Brown for Cameo Man 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. And I will see you later, alligator. All right, bye.